everyone, welcome back to Center Stand Mechanics. My name is Kyle, and today we're doing some more work on the zombie bike today. We went out for a ride yesterday. It was the first ride of the year. It was great. It's an awesome day. It's still good weather today. I just want to do some more work on the bike and keep moving forward on it. We're getting really close to taking it out for its maiden voyage here pretty soon, so that's exciting. So today I want to do a few things. I'm gonna try to get this tank operational again. I got one of the petcocks off of it here in this bin. I'm gonna clean it out. I've got another one on this thing. This tank has two petcocks, the same. They're both vacuum operated, which I don't think I'm gonna be able to use the vacuum operation. At least with these intake boots don't have the vacuum petcock, so I'm not sure what that's all about, why I don't have those on there. It might be different carbs for the year of the tank or something. I don't know, something along those lines. I don't know. I'll have to see. Hopefully I can get these petcocks to work on prime at least, and then maybe search out some different intake manifolds that has the barbs. I'd like to have those anyways because I could balance the carbs with them too. So yeah, that's something to look into. But this tank, it's got this nice dent in here. Not sure if I'll be able to pop that out all the way or I haven't tried yet. The metal on this tank's fairly thick, so it's probably not going to pop out very easily. But I'll try to think of something. It's not too bad in there. I'm surprised actually. You know, it's got a tiny little bit of rust in there, but it's not as bad as some tanks. So it's definitely can be made usable. I've got another cap, got another fuel cap right here to put on. That should go on like so, I guess. Yeah, something like that. So I'll put that on at some point here. And yeah, I'd like to get that worked out. I gotta do something about this rear fender situation. I gotta get some sort of lights working on here so I can take it out on the road, but I don't know if it'll be what I'm going to keep permanently, but I need to have something on there so I can at least test it out. You know, brake light would be nice, and you know, signal lights would be a bonus. And then, you know, I can change that down the road to my liking, but for even just test driving it and stuff, I want to have some lights on there. So I'm gonna work on that. I do have a set of like a brake light and signal lights that I might try to put on that fender. I'm not too worried about saving that fender. It's pretty rusted out, but if I can figure something out in the meantime and get it somewhat operational, legal. And then the front brake, I want to do something with the front brake. I gotta start looking into that. I've got some various brake parts, calipers, stuff like that. I don't know exactly if I have enough to make it happen or not, but I want to look into that too. So I don't know how far we'll get today, but we'll be doing something. We'll be moving forward bit by bit. Anyways, let's get started, okay? Okay. I'm just gonna take all the parts of the first petcock, put them on here, and just want to clean this up so it's functioning properly, at least, and then take it from there. So I got this little part here. It's got some diaphragms. This is what actuates the vacuum, the vacuum shut off So basically, one side has vacuum. It pulls this little drum plunger out of here. It opens up the fuel, and then when the bike shuts off, this goes forward and then plugs the hole again. And I'm hoping there's going to be a way to bypass all that, at least until I get different intake manifolds. Now, as far as these rubber parts here, I'm going to take extra care and just clean them up with WD-40. I think maybe the carb cleaner might be a little bit harsh. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't want to take the chance. So I'm just going to spruce them up a little bit here. I'm not sure if this comes apart or not. I don't really need to take it apart. I just need to kind of clean it a bit here. It's not really all that dirty too, so that's good. Put that there, and then this here, I might have another O-ring for that. A little bit of carb cleaner here. Oh yeah, totally. Oh yeah. Totally clear. See if this will fit through there. Oh yeah. Goo be gone. Yeah, there's like a little bit of stuff right in the center of that thing. It's just a little bit of like varnish. Cleaner now. It's not perfect, but it should work. I just want to make sure that's clear. Okay. I think I'm going to take this to the wire wheel. Just, it'll be easier to read it if I can clean this off. Just want to get the this little bit of rust off. There. So now you can read it. The problem with cleaning stuff up on the wire wheel like that is it's just going to rust even faster now. So, you know, unless you paint it or do something, it's just going to keep happening. But to slow it down, I'm just going to rub some grease over it and try to buy us some time. And, you know, it's going to rust. That's the problem. It looks shiny for a moment or two, but you know, a couple months from now it'll be starting to rust up again. That's when you want to get into like nickel plating or whatever, zinc plating, stuff like that. But you know, that's way too fancy for the zombie apocalypse bike. Oh yeah, here's this, it's like a spring O-ring thing. It helps keep pressure against the petcock itself. Could probably use a little bit of wire brushing. Yeah, that little. So yeah, like I said, you go and polish the tips off of them, you know, take the rust off, and then they're just gonna rust again. The finish that they've put on these in the factory has come off. So, you know, that's the end of that. Okay, let's put this petcock back together. Alright, let's put the bottom of this back on. Okay, so I know these screws go in here. Remember them. And then I usually line up all the screws and see how many of them are the same size, and then it kind of points me in the right direction of what those were, because if you look closely, there's 2, then there's 4 that are a bit longer, and then these 2 ones. So I'm thinking it's these 2 here that go in here, because there's only 2 of them. And I do that a lot, actually, just to size up the situation, kind of decipher by, what's that rule, process of elimination, I think is what I'm getting at. Process of elimination. Yeah. All right. So this guy, this O-ring, I'm gonna see if I have another O-ring for this. It doesn't feel very tight in here, like, so I don't think it's gonna seal very well. If I can get it off. Let's see if we can find something. No, it's not really an O-ring, it's something special. There should be something in this set here. Although these ones are pretty thick. Yeah, they're crazy thick. So this one, the ones up here are a little thinner. Sometimes when you Let me stretch them over too. They thin out a bit, and then makes it more viable. Yeah, like that one. Yeah, I should really get that one down in there. There's a little bit of help from our friend here. Now the only thing is, kind of want to see how this works here. Reserve, on, and prime. Yeah, so something like that. There we go. There it's go in. And then this little spring washer goes on. And then this faceplate goes on. Hold on, there must be some crap on it. Probably grease. And then, oh, did I put the, yeah. So I'm not going to throw this gasket out because it's kind of a special shape and it might have to go back in there. So I'll keep that aside and we'll hope that the O-ring works. It might have just shaped that way after time. I'm not sure. I mean, who knows how long it's been in there, right? Yeah, I mean, that feels nice and solid. It turns good. There's a little hole in the gasket right here, so that would line up. Right there, yeah. Okay. So that would line up like that. Okay. So that goes on like so. And then this, I think, spinning that around, double check our hole. That goes on like so. Yeah, and the spring, and then the cover like so. Just making sure that lined up properly, and then there. Okay, so I think that's going to be fine, but we won't know until we try it. So I've got another one to do, so I'll go and take that off the tank and get that done. And then, yeah, we'll bring you back when I start cleaning the tank out and stuff, okay? Yeah, and I'll show you the other one cleaned up too. All right. Okay, just to show you, here's the second one I'm gonna do. But I'm just looking at the differences. So they go like so, yeah. So there's definitely a right and a left. But yeah, dual petcocks on this bike. So hopefully there's no problems with this one, and it'll just be a simple take apart, clean it up, and I'll bring you back when I have it looking good. Okay, so I got the other one cleaned up, and I think it's good to go now. And I was just testing it out with a piece of fuel line, and just to see if it would flow. So so it's on, and you can't blow through it because you don't have the vacuum pulling the diaphragm. But if you put it to prime, it'll I can blow through it. So I should be able to run it that way and be able to get gas. It's not correct, but it'll work like that. The only thing is you don't have a reserve because it's pulling fuel right from the bottom. But that's okay. Just be careful. And then this one, the same thing. It should be off now. Yeah. So I think those are going to be good to go, and I don't hear any air leaks around here when it's off, so I don't think it'll leak gas anywhere. Hopefully not. But we'll cross that bridge when it happens. But yeah, I think those are good to go. So now I'm going to move on to the tank. And it's not too bad inside, but I want to clean it up. It's a little swampy in areas. Not a whole lot of rust, but a lot of like old gas and a little bit of sludge. So I'm going to try to clean it out, and then I'll stick my bore scope down in there and have a look around and make sure there's no debris in there, okay? Okay, so I've got a bucket of hot water and laundry soap in here, and I'm gonna pour some in here a bit at a time. These are wide open at the bottom, so I gotta be quick, and there's not much in here. It just needs to get kind of flushed out, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna start by cleaning the top a little bit here. And then when I get all done, hose everything down. So pour some of this hot water and soap in here. It's gotta be quick because it's just pouring out the bottom here. just rinse all the soap off. And then I'll blow it out with air. So I'm gonna let that fill up. I'm gonna go turn my compressor on and start charging it up with air. There's like hardly anything coming out of this tank. It's like amazingly clean inside. I was shocked when I opened up the gas tap for the first time. I thought for sure it was going to be heavily rusted out, but it's like the opposite, actually cleared. But I just want to get rid of some of the swampy old gas, so hopefully this will help. I'm not 100% sure this is going to clean out what I want to or not, but we'll have a look here in a bit. Okay, so now I'm just going to try to dry it off with the air compressor here. So I've got the bore scope down in the tank, and as you can see, it's pretty clean in there. Look at that. There's a little bit up near the front here, but I mean, it's not that bad, you know. So that's the one side, and the side walls are pretty good. That's where that dent is, right there. And then on the other side, you know, I mean, I'm not really seeing. So there's the bottom. I mean, it's pretty good. Let's see if we can see all the way down to the end here. That's probably the end right there. I mean, it's pretty good. A little bit right there, but I mean, that's totally usable. Other than the dent, I tried messing around with the dent, but the metal's pretty stiff. I'm not quite sure how to go about doing that. I'm thinking it might be an idea to maybe try to pressurize it with air and see if it'll pop out, but I don't know, man, that's risky. I'm going to maybe search around online and see what a good way of popping that out will be. Maybe you guys have some ideas too. If not, it can stay. It doesn't really bother me. I kind of like it. It's just, I kind of don't want it to be a heat score, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't want, you know, the cops to pull me off the road because I got a big dent in my tank. Other than that, it's to me it's cool, but like, I don't think it's gonna leak or anything. But we'll check that out when we fill it up. But I think it just looks worse than it is. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna let the fuel tank dry out a little bit longer, but I'm gonna move on to the front brake situation here. So I've got a front brake caliper here. It's even got some pads in there that aren't too bad. And I've got the bolts for it, and I got a brake line, and even have a master cylinder that's seen better days. It even has brake fluid in it. So I mean, what else could you ask for? Oh, it's got a switch on it, and I mean, pretty good, eh? I don't know how seized up any of this stuff is, but the first problem I have about this situation is this is the right brake caliper for this to bolt onto this fork here. But what's happening here is this rotor, the brake rotor, is slightly larger than this typical one that goes with this wheel, and the holes don't line up by, you know, by about, you know, that much. And so, and if you look, this is more like the one that I need on this bike, and this one's different. You can see how the spokes are different. So it must have had a different setup. I don't know what set of forks it came off of, but what I'm thinking is I have another wheel like this one, and it's got the rotor that's probably the same size as that one, which is the size I need. And so what I gotta do is take this wheel off, take off this rotor, and swap it for the other one, and then this should fit on, and then that'll solve the alignment issues. And then there's like the whole, you know, is it seized and all that other stuff. So, but you know, let's start there, and we'll get the right rotor on there, make sure that this will bolt on, and then we'll go from there. Sound like a plan? Yep, sounds like the only plan. So, because I'm out of brake calipers that are gonna fit, so that's the only option. So I'm gonna swap out this rotor right now. Okay, so I've got the wheel off now, and I'll just show you. I've pulled the part off the other wheel and put it on top, and you can clearly see it's smaller all the way around. So that's why the caliper wasn't fitting. So I'll just bolt this one on, and we should be good to go. It's a little bit dirty, but that's okay. Should be nice and straight. Yeah, these things are pretty tough, hopefully. Alright, so I'm going to zip this one off, and then we'll get the other one on and get the wheel back on. I'm going to put Loctite on these bolts that hold down the rotor. I think that would be a good idea. So I'll cinch these down, and then I'll go around and hand tighten them. I don't want to use the big impact on it because it's a little too torquey. It'll probably torque them right through the hub. Right. Okay. Yeah, those are definitely tight. Yeah. There. Yeah, those aren't going anywhere. Oh yeah. Okay. All right, let's get this wheel back on and try fitting that caliper on there. Okay, so this fits on there now. I'm just gonna bolt it up the rest of the way, and yeah. I'm just sort of fitting it on here. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to maybe take it all apart and clean it and kind of rebuild it, but just needed to mount that up. Now I'm gonna put the master cylinder on it, open up this bleeder, see what happens. I mean, there's fluid in the line. It might build pressure and work. I don't know. That would be cool. But I don't know. Yeah, it's just. Getting pressure there now. Okay. Oh, over there. Wow. Feels like it's building pressure. I'm getting some of the air out of it. Shit, I think I might have a break here. Yep. Yep. No kidding, hey. Oh, what happened there? I don't know about you guys, but brake fluid is one of the nastiest fluids. I don't like this stuff. I don't like it on my hands. I don't like it on the paint. I don't like it on anything. I don't even like the way it burns. It's gnarly. So, best to clean all that up. Okay. Just gonna double check, make sure this thing's tight. We might have a break. Just gonna make sure this fitting's tight. Yeah. Oh yeah, it works. Holy smokes. I gotta show you guys this. Just gonna lift the bike up a little bit so I can get the front wheel to spin. There. It's a little crusty. This oh, I need to hang that up somewhere. I'll have to figure out. I think there's a little like keeper thing that goes in here that holds the brake line, so I'll work that out in a bit here. But I can't believe I got a brake. I'm gonna check this out. So I spin the wheel, oomph. Huh. That is awesome, and it feels good too. Like there's tons of like pressure up here. Oh yeah, we're in business. I could watch that all day long. That is awesome. It's not dripping anywhere. How is that even possible? Wow, we're not far from riding this thing at all. We got front brakes, back brakes, fuel tank. I mean, I rig up a couple of lights, which is most of the way there. I'm gonna slap that crusty old seat on it. I'm gonna go for a burn. This is awesome. I got brakes. I'm celebrating. Okay, back again. It's several days later, in fact almost a week later. I I made several attempts to get back in the shop, but I ended up working late a few days, and I had a meeting that ran late one of the nights, and I just couldn't do it. So it's probably about 6 days after I started shooting this video, and I need to get it finished up and then move on to the next one. But I think for the rest of this episode, I'm gonna just finish up this tank, and then in the next video I'm gonna work on the rear fender and everything. There's a lot to do. I was looking at it, and it's gonna take me a bit. So this video is getting long, and I figure I'll just end it by getting everything bolted on here. So now it's time to put these fuel petcocks in. And I think they're supposed to go on like so. Yeah, something like that. So I think I'll prep this surface a little bit. I mean, it's not too bad. And then I'll clean these bolts up a little bit, and then we'll bolt the petcocks on. I might put a little bit of RTV just around here, although this gasket doesn't look too bad. Actually, I think that would probably seal just fine. Okay. And just run this over the threads here. Yeah, just cleaning this bolt off. Just run it in and out a few times on this die. There, much better. Okay, I've got all those cleaned up now. I kind of want to check out the threads of the tank here. Just want to make sure these are clean too. Well, it's just about ready to put on. Now, I've got these surfaces pretty clean, but I think I'm just going to put a little bit of RTV silicone on here just to be real sure that we don't leak any fuel on there. Where is that stuff? I'm not using a whole lot, just a little bit. You don't want fuel leaks. Fuel leaks are bad. So try to do everything you can to avoid a fuel leak. Alright, so we're going for tight, but not over tight. You strip these threads out, you'll be sorry. You ain't getting new ones. Yeah, but you do definitely want it tight, but you don't want it, you don't have to go crazy on it. That should hold. Okay, so petcocks are on. Okay, so now we'll see if we can put this new fuel cap on. Now this is a reproduction fuel cap. I got it on, it might have been Amazon or eBay. And it's from China, so I don't know much about it. Yeah, it's definitely not an OG. So I need that screw. Didn't even come with the new screw, but that's okay. I left the old one somewhere. Put it, oh, there it is. Just the difference in, so this is like the OEM original manufactured hardware here, and just the weight of it is, you know, significant. This is pretty flimsy, but it'll work. Probably will want to keep an eye out for a proper one, but you know what? All this stuff is getting to be reproduction now. They just don't make it like they used to. This has got some kind of blue plastic on here. I'll pick that off later. Okay. So this right here has a slight bend in it. I'm just going to try to tap it flat. It probably happened when I took the old cap off. I didn't have the key for it. Yeah, there you go. It just kind of went straight. One more little tap, I think. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so this looks like it's going to be pretty simple. You just take this, fix the one screw. Once I get it started, like that, I'll find my JIS screwdriver here. On that. I just want to make sure that's straight. Yep, not too bad. Hold on. Maybe this needs to. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. There. There. Cool. Alright, we got a fuel cap. This wasn't very much money. It might have been, I could be wrong, $14, $16, $18, something or other. I'd have to look it up, but it wasn't super expensive, but it did ship from China, I believe. So it did take a while. So first impressions, the cap works. It feels really cheaply built though, so I think, you know, it'll work, but there's probably, it'd probably be way better to find an OEM one somehow, if possible. You know, but I mean, you just don't know when you're buying this stuff. But yeah. Well, I put it on there. It's not all the way on there because it's actually quite a tight fit around the frame there, and I gotta do some more work underneath there. So I don't want to put it on. I didn't want to put it on too solid yet. I gotta figure out where all this stuff is gonna sit, but there we go. That should get us up and running when the time comes. But yeah, like all this, there's not a lot of space underneath in here in the like the tunnel part, so I'm gonna have to be really, like, look at this spark plug cable. It's kind of pinched in there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend some time and route all these wires properly and stuff, but that's a project for another time. But I just wanted to get those things done and get this video finished up so I could get it out there for you guys. But yeah, so we're definitely moving along really good. Getting that front brake on there was huge. I thought I was going to be, you know, getting a rebuild kit for the like, I might still do that down the road, get a rebuild kit for the Master and stuff, but at least I have brakes to, you know, take it out for a test drive and start working through some of the other problems I'm going to have with running it and riding it, because I know there will be some. Hopefully not too many though. But yeah, I want to thank you for watching, and stay tuned. Next video I'm gonna start working on the rear fender. I was gonna do it in this video, but there's a lot to do with that, and it's just gonna end up running the video too long. So next video coming up, we're gonna be working on lights and stuff, and finishing up some things so we can get it out on the road. All right, thank you for watching. Center Stand Mechanics out.